Every single time you click a link, search for something, or stream a video, it's all being powered by this massive, totally invisible world. So, for the next 5 minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on the core ideas behind computers and the internet. This is basically the foundation of our entire digital lives.
And we're kicking this off with a pretty powerful quote. Why? Because honestly, in today's world, getting a handle on this digital landscape, that's not just for tech geeks anymore. It's a critical skill for just about everyone. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so where do you even begin with all this? Well, we start with the biggest piece of the puzzle, this gigantic interconnected web that links up billions of devices, including, the one you're using to watch this right now.
First up, the internet itself. The easiest way to think about it is like the planet's digital infrastructure, all the roads and highways. It's this global system of networks whose whole job is just to let all of our devices talk to each other and share information.
So if the internet is the road system, what's the World Wide Web? Well, that's all the stuff you find on those roads. The websites, the videos, the articles. The web is the information system that runs on top of the internet. You absolutely need the roads to get to all the destinations, but they are not the same thing.
And how do you find one specific place in this huge web? With a URL, a Uniform Resource Locator. It's really just a unique digital street address. It tells your browser the exact location of the website or file you're trying to get to. Simple as that.
Okay, so we've seen the global network. Now let's zoom way in, from the entire world to that machine sitting right in front of you. What's actually happening inside that thing that powers this whole connection?
Right at the very heart of your computer is the CPU, the Central Processing Unit. And you can just think of it as the brain. It's got 3 key parts working together. The Arithmetic Logic Unit, or ALU. That's the calculator, doing all the math. The Control Unit is like the traffic cop, directing where all the information goes. And the Memory Unit? That's its short-term memory, holding on to data that the CPU needs to grab instantly.
But of course, a hardware brain is pretty useless without software, right? And that comes in 2 main flavors. You've got your system software like your operating system. That's the foundation that makes the computer even work. And then, running on top of that, you have application software. Those are the apps you actually use, like a web browser, a game, or Microsoft Word.
All right, now this is where it gets really interesting. The part of the web that we all use every single day, it turns out that's just the tip of a giant iceberg. There are whole hidden layers that most people never ever see.
We all live on what's called the surface web. This is everything that's public. It's easily findable with a quick search on Google or whatever. It's the part of the internet that's meant to be found.
But beneath that, you have the deep web. And listen, this isn't as scary as it sounds. It's mostly just private. Think about your online bank account or your email inbox or your Netflix account. That content is on the internet for sure, but it's protected behind a login so a search engine can't find it. That's the deep web.
And then, way down at the bottom, there's the dark web. Now this is the part that is intentionally hidden. You need special browsers like Tor just to get to it. And yeah, that anonymity makes it a hotspot for illegal activity, but it's also used by people like journalists and activists in countries where the internet is heavily censored.
And the very existence of these hidden, anonymous spaces brings us to a really crucial topic: the threats that are out there online and the different kinds of people who are behind them. Now, it's super important to know that not all hackers are bad guys. A white hat is an ethical hacker. Companies actually hire them to find security flaws so they can fix them. A black hat is the total opposite, a criminal trying to steal your data or just cause damage. And then you've got the gray hat, who's kind of in the middle. They might hack without permission, but their goal is usually to expose a problem, not to actually exploit it.
So with all these potential threats lurking out there, how in the world do we protect ourselves? Well, let's talk about 2 fundamental tools that act as your own personal digital bodyguard.
Your first line of defense is going to be a firewall. Think of it like a digital bouncer standing at the gate of your network. It inspects all the data traffic coming in and going out, and it just blocks anything that looks suspicious or isn't supposed to be there.
So, if a firewall is guarding the gate to your whole network, antivirus software is like the personal security guard for your device itself. It's always scanning for any malicious software, like viruses, that might have slipped past the gate, and it works to find them and get rid of them before they can do any harm.
We've gone all the way from the global network down to the brain inside your computer, and from the web you can see to the hidden threats you can't. Look, this isn't just theory. It's the reality of the world we live in. So the question isn't just how you'll stay secure. It's what's the one thing you'll do today to start building a stronger digital fortress.